Okay, we're up to the fourth aliyah, chapter 5, verse 1, from Va'itachanan, Book of Devarim. And Moses called all of Israel and said to them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes and ordinances which I speak to you, speak in your ears to say, and learn them and observe them to do them. Vayikra Moshe el Kal Yisrael, Vayomer Elohim Shema Yisrael et ha-hukim et ha-mashpatim. So Shema Yisrael, is this the first time in the Torah that it's mentioned? It's mentioned by Moses. It's not God. It's not like God said to Moses, say Shema Yisrael. This is Moses saying Shema Yisrael. So like this is like one of the most fundamental things that we say, Shema Yisrael, and it comes from Moses. Wow. Maybe it says earlier in the Torah. I don't remember being mentioned before this. I have to go over all those other verses and all those other prachim, right? But it would be kind of unusual if this is the first time we hear Shema Yisrael and said by Moses. Not really unusual, but I mean, is anybody else like surprised by that? Okay. The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. Why is it called Horeb? Okay. This really bothers me. Not with our forefathers did the Lord make this covenant, but with us. We, all of whom are here alive today. But wait, he did make the covenant with them, and he made the covenant with the forefathers, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. So the reason why, previously, that's the only reason that God's going to remember us. Like the reason why God's going to remember us, like when we're out into, the exile and we like doing idol worship, the only reason God's going to even like remember us is because of the koach of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, right? But now he's saying, now Moses is saying, not with our forefathers did the Lord make the covenant, but with us. We, all of whom are here to alive today. That means me right now. So God, like this is also speaking to like right now. Face to face, the Lord spoke with you at the mountain out of the top of the mist of fire. Not just with me, not with, meaning Moses saying it wasn't just with me that God spoke like that. He spoke to everybody like that. And I stood between the Lord and you at the time to tell you the word of the Lord, for you were afraid of the fire and you did not go up on the mountain saying, this is all in Segraim, okay, saying, and I stood between the Lord and you at the time to tell you the word of the Lord, for you were afraid of the fire and you did not go up to the mountain saying, but we weren't allowed to go to the mountain. God told us to not come close to the mountain. So this is so strange. Sometimes the Torah is very, very odd. It's like changes the actual story that really what happened. Okay, saying, I am the Lord your God who took you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall not have gods of others in my presence. You shall not make your, okay, so now he's going over the 10 Commandments. Oh, wait, these are the 10 Commandments. I am the Lord your God who took you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall not have the God of others in my presence. You shall not make for yourself a graven image or any likeness which is in the heavens above or which is in the earth below, and which is the water beneath the earth. You should not prostrate yourself before them, nor worship for them. For I, the Lord your God, am a zealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the sons, upon the third and fourth generations of those who hate me. And I will perform loving kindness for thousands of generations for those who love me and for those who keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold blameless anyone who takes his name in vain. Keep the Shabbat day to sanctify it as the Lord your God commanded you. 6 days may you work and perform all your labor. But the seventh day is a Shabbat to you, to the Lord your God. You shall perform no labor, neither you, your sons, your donkey, your maidservant, your manservant, your maidservant, your ox, your donkey, any of your livestock, nor the stranger who is within your cities, in order that your manservant and your maidservant may rest just like you. So even if they're not Hebrews or Jews, they still aren't supposed to do any work. So really everything's supposed to come to a stop for 24 hours. But we don't really find that, right? And you shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and that the Lord your God took you out from there with a strong hand and with an outstretched arm. Therefore the Lord your God commanded you to observe the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother as the Lord your God commanded you, in order that your days be lengthened, and that it may go well with you in the land that your Lord your God is giving you. So honoring your father and mother is not only going to prolong your life, but it's also going to give you extra time in Eretz Yisrael. It also connects you to Eretz Yisrael. So honoring your father and mother connects us stronger to Eretz Yisrael. It keeps us here. You shall not murder. You should not commit adultery. You should not steal. You should not bear false witness against your neighbor. You should not covet your neighbor's wife, nor shall you desire your neighbor's house, his field, his manservant, his maidservant, his ox, his donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. That ends the fourth aliyah. So these 10 commandments seem a little bit slightly different than the original 10 commandments. Are these the 10 commandments that were given on the second Luchot HaBrit? Because remember, Moses broke the first Luchot HaBrit. So maybe this is repeating what's actually written, what's on the second Luchot.